Hey Aquarius, welcome back to the Guiding Chariot, sending you guys love. Oh, alright. I'm excited for these love readings, so we're just kind of going to jump into them. House rules still apply though, Aquarius. So this is going to be a general love reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Cross watchers also welcome. My only ask is that you take the messages as they resonate. Do not try to force anything. If a message pops up, doesn't sit with you, doesn't fit your circumstance, totally fine. Leave it on the table, take the rest. Just means it was meant for someone else. Alright, so we are going to pull some oracle cards and then we will clarify and go deeper with the tarot. I've also been in a super crystalline vibe, so I pulled all my favorite crystal based oracle decks for today. So I hope you enjoy them. If you have these crystals, you may consider working with them as we move through the month of March, right? Really tap into those energies. Speaking of energies, I also have a new mandala out from my friend at Sanateu Golden Ray. So I have her open heart mandala here today, just to get us to be more receptive and open to love and the changes it brings, the opportunities it brings. Okay, one last card. There it is. Oh, pretty little egg baby. Look at that. All right. Okay, Aquarius, let's get into it. Oh, Obsidian. So Spirit of Obsidian, first card out. So Obsidian is a great card. So one of the things I love about Obsidian as a stone, it's a beautiful stone for drawing things out. Think of this may not be the most romantic suggestion I can make, but think of, when people have, drink something that's toxic or need something pulled out of their system, they consume charcoal, right? And the charcoal powder or the charcoal water pulls impurities out of their system, right? To me, that's kind of what Obsidian does. It draws out. So Aquas, I feel like this Obsidian is coming up because something may have come to an end. There may be an old cycle, an old romance that needs to be purged, right? And this may not even be your most recent relationship. There just may be hurt or something from a previous love that still is kind of festering inside of you there with that Obsidian card. But it just gives me this sense of needing to draw out, needing to pull out. I'm trying to see if anything else kind of comes to me. Let's see. If anything else comes out, we'll come back to it. Then you also have Malachite, beautiful stone for the heart chakra. In this particular deck, it stands for nature's cycles, which is beautiful. It's a strong card for nature. And to me, I think this is linked to what I was talking about, an old cycle has ended. So that, again, kind of makes me think that this may be a relationship that ended a while ago. And you probably know it ended a while ago, but you have either been holding on to it, you stayed in it for too long, or you kind of keep replaying it over again. Especially if you feel the same, if you've had other relationships and you feel the same situation has come out over and over and over again. And you're kind of aren't we done with this? I feel like I'm done with this. I'm positive that I'm done with this. Why is this happening again? So again, there's a real need to kind of end this and finish this. And I love that there's a star here because your card in tarot is the star. I keep seeing that as major confirmation of your energies. And then your stone is Septarian here. Now, I've never seen Septarian look like this. I'm so used to it looking quite different than this image. But Septarian is a great stone for here. I'll just read the back for you because I feel like you're going to get a lot out of it. So Septarian. Known as the Dragon Stone, Septarian instills fierce confidence and self-esteem, which you guys have in abundance already, right? Especially in front of an audience. However, as much as it improves your public appearances, it also protects your privacy, guarding your secrets and valuing your inner space. Incredibly grounded and connected to the earth. We got nature cycles over here with Malachite. Septarian can pinpoint illnesses in the body and focus on having to draw out. Look what I said. Where was I? I got too excited. Sectarian can pinpoint illnesses in the body and focus on listening to the body's needs by building a strong relationship with it. The name septarian comes from the Latin word septum, or seven, signifying the pattern of seven on the interior of the crystal. The exterior of the crystal. Ooh, but look how perfectly that mimicked the natural cycles. And then when it talked about illnesses, like I'm telling you, there's something from your past. There's some emotional wounding or some type of behavior that really has turned toxic, Aquas. And I do feel like this is something, or a relationship, or someone that, honestly, I feel like they may not even be around anymore, whether you've like ended it a while ago or you're separated. And when I say separate, I mean like physically, like maybe you guys are in different places, but it feels like something ended, but for some reason you couldn't fully let go of it. And it's that clinging, whatever piece that you've held onto has started to fester, and really is poisoning you. And it is time to like open that heart again, because that can manifest in a couple ways. Either you'll repeat the cycle, because then you keep going back for the same thing, or it's preventing you from welcoming in new love, because you're almost kind of, let's use the example, it's almost like you're kind of jaded, like that relationship really burned you or left you feeling really low, and that it was so bad that you don't want to go through that again, right? So the second a new person walks in, you're kind of already expecting them to disappoint you. You're already going to take me down that path, and I can't be bothered with that, so I'm not even going to try, right? It's giving me that kind of vibe. Yeah, 8 of Swords right out the gate. Right. Let's move these over so you can see them. Bottom of the deck right now, 5 of Wands. So there is some conflict. To me, this is more indicative of that doubt, right? Because when we get the 5 of Wands, it's more of an inner conflict. So it's doubt. It's not really understanding our wants versus our needs. What we should be doing, what's right for us, what's best for us, what would make me happy. So there's all kinds of questions swirling around. Or I shouldn't say questions, but confusion maybe is more accurate. So we have 8 of Swords, first card out. So this is a card of feeling stuck, repeating the same cycle. Nothing I can do can get out of it. I just keep having the same experiences in love. I keep having the same type of guy. He just looks different, but he does the same bullshit. A guy or girl, it doesn't matter. And this, to me, this is a card of feeling like I don't understand what I do. Like I keep doing my best, and I keep falling into the same relationship. I keep falling into the same situation. You have the 6 of Pentacles literally right after that, which is a card. To me, this is a great card of trust, because it's a card about being in flow and being open and being receptive, right? So not only is it, because Aquarians, you have this great power in you to give and to care and to support others, right? It is really one of your talents, and not only in like romantic relationships, friends, family, anyone who is special and important to you, right? You always want to do your best for them. So I'm not too worried about the outgoing, but there is a balance here that lives in the 6 of Pentacles, because it's all about reciprocity. So it is about feeling like you're in a place where what you give out, is going to return to you. But I feel like the block here is you also have to be receptive of it. Because if you have this wall, this barrier, this expectation up, the receiving bit isn't going to be functioning properly, and then that's going to mess up the flow, right? And I get it. We were burned before here with this 5 of Cups. We felt loss, we felt sadness, right? So I get that. And even the 5 of Cups here, like this guy wants to cross this river, and he doesn't know how. And he's so torn up about it, and he feels so defeated. But there's a bridge. There is a bridge. So there's reason to trust. There is reason to kind of let yourself go back into this flow, because there is a reason for it. There is another way. We just can't see it right now, because even in this 8 of Swords, the figure is blindfolded, right? So I feel like there's so much that wants to come out that I'm like, my brain is just being scrambled. But it is, because it feels like there's so much more potential here, but we're just kind of closed off to it. Yep. Look at that. Okay. So then we've got another 6, so 6 of Cups. This to me is the connection that we lost. This is what we wanted to feel. Because a lot of people talk about this as energy of the past, but honestly in your spread right now, to me this is that feeling of your inner child, wanting a relationship that feels like your best friend, someone who you guys just like light each other up. It's just fun and playful, and you guys enjoy each other's company, and you can talk for hours, and everything is just laughs and giggles and good times. Honestly, I feel like that's what we're searching for. That's what we're being pulled to, because even in the center of your spread, you have the Ace of Cups here. So again, there is potential there. And, this is a card indicative of true love, a really deep emotional connection. This can also be new love. So there may be new love for you on the table. I will say, and I'll be honest, I don't necessarily think it's coming soon for most of you. Some of you may be really lucky, and there may be something coming in sooner than I think. I do think we're still waiting here, because you do have, 7 of Pentacles, which is about patience and waiting for the harvest. What I think is kind of comforting, especially in this spread, the 7 of Pentacles, you can see the farmer has already planted his crop, right? It's already growing. We're just waiting for the ripening, right? We're just waiting for harvest season. And honestly, Aquas, I feel like that's what's going on for you. I feel like there is new love coming. There is great potential there for new love. What I think is going on is you're in a bit of a pause, but this pause is a great time to heal whatever this is from the past, because if you carry it into this next relationship, you're kind of spoiling the potential of what this can be, right? We're not done. We're still going to pull more cards, but I feel like your moment right now is really to reconnect with this part of you that was fun and playful, and enjoyed being romantic and in a relationship and sharing that connection, because you're already such an independent person already, right? And what's being asked of you is really to be receptive. And, yes, it's probably a lot easier for you to give than it is to receive, but you want to, you're asking for this to come in. So if you want to receive it, you kind of have to open the shipping gates, right? It's kind of what's going on here. Yeah, because look what's coming in. Yep. Okay. So we have this Queen of Pentacles coming out. This is, again, why I think whatever this hurt was has already passed, right? Because to me, this is your energy: stable, confident, strong, well manifested, abundant, right? But for some reason, we're perceiving this blockage, right? This 8 of Swords. So even though we're sitting here as the Queen, there's a barricade around us that we feel like we can't, express fully or be authentic or do what we want to do, right? We feel that there's some type of binding there, when really there isn't. If we can heal this hurt, like those bindings, we finally see past the illusion, right? This is all fake. This is all smoke and mirrors. There really was nothing there the whole time. Okay? And then we have 1-8 there. We have a new one, 8 of Wands. This is speed, haste, communication. This is communication coming in. Like literally, once you open to receive here, this new love comes flying in, right? But that's how it works. You have to be open to it first before it comes. Otherwise, if you don't open up to new experiences, you're going to continue to get the same old ones, right? But again, I feel like the potential for this is very nearby, but it's very dependent on when we open that door. And then we have the 7 of Wands. To me, this is a very... Actually, I was going to say something, but it's a very Aquarius energy, because this is also very independent, but this is very personal, right? This is someone, almost kind of making a declaration on doing things their own way. Like, I know my purpose, I know what I want, I know what I'm going to go after. I don't really care what you all think. Some of you may think I'm not good enough, I'm too fat, I'm too this, I'm too tall, I'm too skinny, I'm too whatever, blah, 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 blah. I don't give a hoot. I know what I want, I know what makes me happy, this is what I'm going for. So the rest of you can just shove off, right? But having this card come out under this particular row, right? Moving on from this sadness, from this hurt with the 5 of Cups, waiting for the right moment, right? Waiting till that fruit is as ripe and as sweet as it can ever be. That's the moment that I act. That's the moment that I strike, okay? So again, you're kind of biding your time, but it's not in a sense where you're waiting. This is really the moment for you to really make sure you've purged all the BS from the past. And only because anything that you carry on into this next relationship will make it harder. If you can draw all of the poison out, it leaves you completely open to receive this beautiful divine love. And I can tell you it's beautiful because you have the Ace of Cups literally right in the center of your spread. Literally right in the center. So I know that this is coming. I know that this is significant for you. We're going to go through the bottom before we close out, but there is a beautiful opportunity coming to you. So we talked about the Five of Wands. Oh, look at that. So we have the Strength card and the Lovers. So it could be indicative of a Leo or a Gemini, respectively. But this is, to me, in your power, right? And not having to prove it, not having to fight for it. This is you just being you and shining and being brilliant just the way you are. And that attracts this counterpart here with the Lovers. Because even under that, you have the Nine of Pentacles. This is, again, a card of value, knowing your worth. If you've gotten this card in one of my readings before, you know I call it the Beyonce card, because this is someone who, she knows her worth. She built everything that's hers. She earned every single one of these pentacles. Like, she knows she's a boss. Like, that's literally what this card is. But this is you acknowledging it, because remember we talked about the Eight of Swords. It's kind of like you are this Queen of Pentacles. You just don't acknowledge it yet. All right? This is you really owning it. And not in the sense where like, I'm a bad bitch, I'm a bad bitch. You have to believe it. It's one thing to like strut and pose and act. It's a whole nother thing to really see yourself in that position. Because anything that's not in alignment, that's what needs to go, right? I mean, then you've got double eights. Eights are a big thing for you. We've pulled all four of them. We literally have pulled all four of them. Because we have the Eight of Cups, which is you know, walking away from what does not serve you, leaving all that BS behind. And Eight of Pentacles, which is you on your grind, you doing your business, taking care of what matters, and what matters is you. Right? Whether this is you at work or just you taking care of you and practicing wellness. Huge. Huge. But I do feel there is this new love for you. But you have to be open and receptive, and you have to move past the obstacles of your past. Especially if you're trying to call in this Emperor down here at the bottom of the deck, right? So he's out there, and remember, it's not about gender, so this can be a woman just as much as it can be a man. But he's out there, but you have to clear the way. Like I keep getting pictures of Sleeping Beauty, and it's kind of like the prince is trying to ride up into the castle to get you. I wouldn't dare save you, because Aquas, you're strong enough to save yourself. But it's like almost you've left all the thorns and the bramble over the drawbridge, right? And he can't get through, or she can't get through. This healing is going to have all of that fall away, and then they can make a straight beeline to you. All right, my loves, I'm going to wrap up your reading there. Beautiful reading, and don't forget, you've got this Ace of Cups already, so be excited about that. As always, thank you for all the love and support. Make sure you smash the like button. I'd really appreciate it. It helps me to know how the reading resonated with you. Also helps the channel to grow so we can reach more people. But sending you my love. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves. If you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe and notification bell to be notified when the next reading comes out. Other than that, I love you guys. Stay safe. If you want to connect with me, you can do so on Instagram, DM me, or hit me up in the comments below. But stay safe, and I will see you in your next video. Bye, Aquas.